Hello guys, welcome to this video. Today I'm showcasing a macro that I made for salad lemons. This macro is, designed to automatically, harvest your crops. Instead of manually selecting all these crops and pressing E, you can automatically grind them and get tons of tokens depending on what fruits you have. So in this video, I will just showcase what the macro can do, how you can set it up, and what you can do to make it better or, good to your liking, if that makes any sense. Alright, so here's a quick, explanation on what everything does. PC performance is basically how safe or slow the macro runs. If your game runs smooth, use high end. If your game sometimes lags or delays, use mid end. If your PC is slower or Roblox feels delayed, use low end. Also keep in mind that this does not change the actual route. It just gives the macro a bit more time between the actions so it does not mess up as easily. And resolution should always stay on 1920 by 1080. Currently this is the only default supported resolution. Other resolutions might not line up properly yet, and I don't recommend using them. So just keep it on 1920 by 1080 for now. And for the paths, each path is a row of trees in the orchid or the garden, whatever you want to call it. Path 1 is the first row, path 2 is the second row, and path 3 is the third row. Path 4 is the fourth row, path 5 is the last row. The number beside each path is basically how many trees you want the macro to collect in that row. So for example, if path 1 is set to 10, it will collect 10 trees on the first row. If you do not want it to do a certain row, you just set that path to 0 and it will skip it, completely. The save button, basically saves your settings so the macro remembers them next time. F9 starts the macro, F8 stops the macro safely and brings the settings window back up. F10 just opens the settings windows again. Once the macro finishes all the paths, it repeats the same process again until you stop it with F8.